To me, it's about education. One of the most important things, probably the most important thing, is to leverage the platform that the aviation companies have with their policymakers, because nothing moves the ability to produce SAF and to grow its availability more than policymakers understanding the challenge and those pieces and components needed to help the industry move forward. What we've seen is certain areas of the world have adopted policies that are working better than others. And so what happens is you might have global production, but then you don't have availability locally, because you're going to move that product ultimately to the place where, as a producer who has an obligation to get the best return you can, where are you going to make the most money, essentially, to be vulgar about it. So in order to have the production stay where it's locally made, you have to have equally important policy and programs to incentivize monetization. I think we've been on a journey, and honestly, it's not been in the relative scheme of things all that long. So if it's been a decade of active policy in places like California, who has a low carbon fuel standard, which is technology and fuel type agnostic, but really focuses on pure decarbonization, low carbon, we have to learn from that. And so I do think that governments can take a look and get educated and then replicate that policy. And then suddenly you're going to get much bigger demand signals globally and ultimately locally for your markets. Yeah, it is. It's absolutely about a collaboration, and it's the intersection between technology innovation, the commercial demand side, and then the policy. Those three things, that holy trinity, have to come together and create the community, to create the environment, to enable the production. And I think, again, it's about educating and about connecting those dots. I'm actually quite optimistic. There's been a tremendous amount of investment and work that's gone on for the last decade, and I see behind the scenes the investments that are now bearing fruit. What we're going to see coming online later this year and next year and over the next 4 to 8 years is significant production. And so I'm very optimistic that we're going to meet the goals.